What's up, everybody? How's it going out there in YouTube land? Well, it's going to be a kind of a short one tonight. There really wasn't much. This will be a short review of Raw and SmackDown. I just finished watching NXT. It's all right. Nothing to write home about. Best thing on the show was it ended. I'm not gonna lie. It was okay. It wasn't great. It is better than anything WWE did this week, but other than that. And no, I'm not going to watch 205 Live. And no, I'm not going to watch NXT UK because I don't care about 205 Live and NXT UK. Sorry, this is how I am. NXT UK, people have to realize I can only. Well, why don't you watch this? Well, why don't you watch this? Why don't you watch this? You know, I have an 8-month-old, and that's why I ended up, for right now, stop doing the live reviews because I just don't have time. So I'm doing these recorded reviews. Once Wendy gets a little older and all that stuff, I'll come back to the live stuff probably. We'll see. I'm not counting. Never counted out that to do the not doing the live stuff. But that being said, just finished watching NXT. It was okay. I'm not even going to really go into it because there was nothing of significance that happened on the show except for Mia Yim confronted fucking Shayna Baszler and fucking Candice LeRae and Io Shirai are going to have a match at NXT TakeOver Toronto. That's really all that happened. And then they had that Cameron Grimes beat Bronson Reed, which I don't. They need to fix his finishing move. It sucks. But that's neither here nor there. Start off with Raw. Yeah, Raw started off pretty fucking shitty, if you ask me. Started off the 20. This is how they called it. They called it the 24/7 tag team mosh pit match. What the fuck does that mean? It's stupid. It makes no sense. So essentially, it's a lumberjack match.
But the lumberjacks are called the mosh pit.
And it was a mixed tag team of Carmella and R-Truth versus Maverick and his wife, and I can't even remember her name because I really don't give a fuck. R-Truth ended up winning the match, and then there was not even going to say it, there was a pile-on at the end of the match. And the ref counted 1, 2, 3. Like, he could see under there and see if fucking R-Truth kicked out. I mean, what the fuck? It makes no goddamn sense. You know what? Fuck this title and fuck this segment. It was so fucking stupid and a waste of my fucking time. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the very next fucking thing we see, Mike Kanellis comes out with the title. And I called it. I sat there and I said, watch, Maria Kanellis is going to end up the champion before the night is over. So, we go to commercial. We come back from commercial. Maria Kanellis knocking on the fucking door, saying, let me in. Mike Kanellis, I don't know who it is. It's your wife. How do I know it's not fucking Carmella? She said, and I quote, let me in or I'm going to kick this door down and I'm going to kick you in the vagina. So he lets her in, and they go away from there. I think she let him in, or he let her in,
Yes.
And then we go to the gauntlet match. By this point, and we were watching this, I was watching this with Basement and Trek and Bobbit, and I literally wanted to stop watching the show. We all did, I think. I think we all did not care. Let's go back to the 20, because they started off the show with one thing I don't give a shit about, and then they started the next match, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Rey Mysterio can fuck off. The guy doesn't look like he can fucking hurt a fly. He's 150, 160 pounds. Truck could probably fight Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the show opened with the show opening the way it did. They put the WWE title on the same lineage as the 24/7 title. Fuck that. Fuck the title. Fuck this fucking. Just fuck the concept. It's not even fucking entertaining anymore. It is as unentertaining as you can get. They start this match off with Rey and Cesaro. The match goes about, what, 10 minutes? I mean, I can't even remember, and I wish Basement was here, but he's at work. He said something like there was, 17 commercial segments during this fucking show. At 4 minutes apiece, that's 68 minutes of commercials.
Right.
That's bad. But they did, what, 5 commercial segments in the first half hour of this show.
Pro commercial had 5 seconds of something happened. Then they cut to a commercial again.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I had you guys muted. I hit the button again. My bad. But say what you wanted to say, Bobbit. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, later on the show, we come back from commercial. Literally, something happens for 5 seconds. Then they cut to commercial.
Yeah,
again.
They did do that. There was one where they had 3 commercial segments within 20 minutes of each other. But not even. It was like 10 minutes. It was bad. So Cesaro ends up losing to Rey. Sami Zayn comes out, and I called it again. 10-second roll up. Andrade comes out. Finally, Rey Mysterio finally gets eliminated, and they have Andrade and Ricochet as the final 2. Y'all know where this is going. Andrade's not winning this match. Andrade ends up winning with the 630, Ricochet ends up winning with the 630. I don't care. I like Ricochet, but they're not using him properly. So the gauntlet match, I think it went almost an hour, did it not?
Yeah. Took up
Something like that, yeah.
beginning of the show, except for the 24/7 segment.
So Ricochet ends up getting the win with the 630. He now faces AJ Styles for the United States title. They're going to extend that feud just a little bit longer. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What do you guys think?
It was basically a time filler because they had nothing else going on
Right.
for the night.
Right. Guys?
At least of importance.
I love Ricochet, but it was just like you said, like, we've seen this before, we'll see it again, it's SummerSlam, and it's like, don't be surprised if they put the title back on Ricochet just to extend the feud, like you said.
Yeah, I do see that. I hate to say it. I do see them doing that. Excuse me. I am so sorry. So then we come back to Maria and Mike Kanellis. Maria Kanellis tells her husband lay down on the floor, lie on his back, so that Maria can pin him. So that she can become the first pregnant 24/7 champion.
So that her baby,
Oh,
her
God.
unborn child, could have the champion she deserves.
Yeah, it's stupid. Fuck it. Again, I don't care. And you can see the disdain on the ref's face. I mean, I would have no, I ain't fucking doing this. Are you fucking kidding me? I'll take the fine.
I really hate that storyline that they're doing.
It's not. It's stupid. The concept is dumb. Yeah, I called it. The concept is going nowhere.
No.
They've already ruined it. They ruined it when they brought it into fucking. Everybody's like, oh my god, we're gonna have the 24/7 rule. They didn't bring back the hardcore rule, which everybody's pissed about, but they brought back half of it with the 24/7 rule, which I didn't like the 24/7 rule the first time. So what makes, and they couldn't do it right the first time. So what the fuck makes anybody think that they're going to be able to do it a second time? Use your fucking heads, people. It's not going to fucking work. It's not. It never fucking will. That concept is garbage. It was the first time and it is now. Bobbit, Trap, Heather?
If you want to do that shit, all you gotta say is do it on YouTube and let them get 1 million hits on YouTube, because that's where it seems to be doing the best. Because I was bored with this shit, and nothing against pregnant women. Congratulations to Maria Kanellis and Mike Kanellis, because I know they're nice people in real life. But this storyline sucks. She was just being she comes off as a real witch.
Yeah,
Stupid.
I agree. Go ahead, Heather.
This whole thing is just to keep remnants of the Attitude Era, aka Maria, relevant. I'm sorry. Yes, she is a strong, independent, powerful woman. However, she's also the world's most massive cunt in wrestling right now.
I agree.
Exactly.
I agree. Bobbit?
I agree 100%. You know, can we just kill off 24/7 belt?
Yes.
I mean,
I wish they would.
The end of it.
They should have let Alondra throw it in the fucking garbage.
What did you say, Trek?
I said I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end of it, because how are they going to get it off of her? I'm sure there's a way, but at this
Oh,
point,
did you not? But you didn't fucking hear a goddamn thing she said. Walking down the fucking hallway, fucking putting the belt in people's faces. I have a gyno OBGYN appointment if you want to try and take the belt off me. How much you want to bet me that some fucking idiot, Mike Kanellis, will fucking pin his wife? Stupid. I don't want to fucking see it. I don't want to fucking see it. If you do it, don't do it on fucking Raw. Don't do it on the USA Network. Do it on the fucking WWE Network. I don't fucking care. I don't want to fucking see it.
Do it as a Twitter special.
Yeah, do it as a Twitter special. I don't want to see that shit. I don't even care about the title. And everybody's like, oh, well, it gets people on the fucking show. I don't care. That's not how you fucking do it. Book them in real shit. Not this crap we're getting. This isn't fucking how you do it. This just tells me that they're fucking lazy and don't care.
Exactly.
And they have too much talent.
They have too much talent. I've been saying it for 2 years now. They have too much talent on their fucking roster to fucking utilize everybody.
And I really hate this Maria and Mike Kanellis storyline right now. Like, this is really fucking stupid.
You know, well, I don't even want to fucking talk about it anymore because it's giving me a fucking headache, and
It's
I'm not.
a train wreck. It really is.
I just don't care. I just don't care. If I could, I wouldn't even talk about the 24/7. It just gives me something to rant about. The next thing we got was a moment of piss or moment of bliss. Becky made it piss. Alexa and Nikki actually didn't look too bad out there. This is one of those times where I was actually rooting for Alexa to beat Becky. I am so fucking sick and fucking tired of fucking Becky Lynch. She is the most annoying champion. She is almost as annoying as fucking Jinder Mahal. That's how bad it is. Next. And what do you guys think?
Anything involving Becky is
I
just
wanted them to go do a commercial break during this part.
Yeah, I just...
More GP.
I did not care. I did not care. I really did not care. But all I can say is Becky can piss off.
Yes.
That is what I wrote down. She made absolutely no fucking sense.
Of course not. She opened her mouth.
The Usos and the Revival and the Club end up in a WWE three triple threat tag team match. Where are the Viking Raiders? I mean, I know where they are. I know that they're a fucking joke right now because nobody likes their fucking name, but they should have been in this. They beat the tag team champions. How come they weren't in this? Just tells me that they don't give a shit. They're just throwing shit together. The Usos, the Revival, and the Club. The Club wins. They're new tag team champs. Which carries over into Tuesday, which advances that storyline, but it didn't make me want to watch fucking SmackDown the next night. I watched SmackDown the next night just because I needed to do this review. It didn't give me something to fucking want to watch. Now, I will say this, SmackDown was way better than fucking Raw.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think about the OC being the fucking new tag team champs?
If they can make them look like monsters, make them look dominant, that's fine. But if they're, oh god, please don't tell me I'm gonna have to stop. But at SummerSlam, they're gonna lose to the Usos.
Who says they were gonna go 1-on-1 with the Usos?
No, it wouldn't surprise me if it's a rematch and the Usos somehow win.
Well, why is that so bad?
No, I just mean that they're hot potatoing the title. I don't like when they do that. So it's like, ugh.
That's if the Usos win it. They may sit there and have this feud go until WrestleMania.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
They may have, they're going to end up being, You got to remember, the Gallows and Anderson just re-signed a long-term deal. They aren't going anywhere, so there's no rush to get the titles out, these guys.
All right.
Then, what did you think, Bobbit? Sorry.
I'm so over the tag titles. It's not even funny.
I don't care about the tag team division at all.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of tag team wrestling in the first place. I could give a shit. It's there because it's been a staple in fucking wrestling for years, and that's the only reason it's there. Because it's essentially, it's a staple with professional wrestling. Then we got a recap from last week. I can't even remember what they did.
They re-showed fucking Raw Reunion again.
Oh, the Raw Reunion? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I ain't gonna, we talked about that last week. I ain't going to go over that. Then we get the Viking Raiders, or the Viking Vikings, or the Raider Raiders, whatever you fucking want to call them. They wrestled some jobbers again. And the Viking Vikings, or Raider Raiders, or Viking Raiders, or they win with what is called the Viking Experience. That's their finishing move, which
That makes more sense.
That makes sense. The finisher makes sense.
Yes.
The name of the finisher makes sense. But hey,
They should have just left that up for Raiders.
Well,
I know.
What's in it. I'm gonna say this, and everybody's like, oh, I don't like their fucking name. Well, okay, it's fun to make fun of it because essentially a Viking is a raider. So that's why I say Raider Raiders or Viking Vikings. But the Viking Experience, I kind of like the finishing move name. So they took something that wasn't working and put it on a finisher, and it works. It works for me. I don't care what anybody says.
It does work.
I do make fun of it, but I what's in a name with a tag team? I can give a shit what their name is as long as they know how to fucking wrestle. I don't care. Which the Viking Raiders know how to fucking wrestle. They're a really good tag team. Underutilized tag team.
I have a whole thing behind this. I think is the reasoning is getting their name up there, getting them known. Because not that many people watch NXT.
Oh, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. The next thing we go from one tag team to another, the Street Profits. Moving on Because I don't
Yeah.
fucking care about the Street Profits.
They do nothing but do a recap of the show.
Yeah, it's essentially just annoying little fucks is what they are. Then we get Maria backstage, and that's where she's walking around with the fucking title, shoving it in people's face, saying that she has. Yeah, first ever pregnant champ, and then she's shoving it in people's face, saying,
Thursday I'll be at
I'll be at an OBGYN.
If you want to come pin me while my feet are up in the stirrups.
Yeah, that's gross. I don't want to fucking see that.
Oh.
So then we get Becky versus Alexa. We knew they were getting this match. Alexa playing the typical heel. Alexa injures her ankle. Becky wins because Alexa cannot continue. Then Nikki gets in Becky's face and challenges Becky. Becky Lynch then ends up... This finishing move name, are you fucking kidding me? She's got a finishing move called the Manhandle Slam.
Yeah.
Can we stop?
Get Becky off my fucking TV.
Can we stop with the fucking dumb shit? Becky, they need to get the title off fucking Becky. She's a better chaser than she is a champion. I don't care what anybody fucking says. You can fucking at me. At me. I don't care. I don't fucking care. At me. Tell me I'm a fucking idiot. Fuck you. That's what I'll fucking say. You're a fucking idiot. Becky Lynch is god-awful as a champion. She's ruined Seth Rollins. That feud that they did at fucking Extreme Rules, ruined Seth. Ruined Seth. I don't give a fuck about Seth Rollins. I don't give a fuck about Becky Lynch. I don't give a fuck about the Universal title. Well, I do now. It's on the fucking legit champion. And I just would love to see Becky Lynch get in Brock Lesnar's face and then he F5s her ass. I don't give a shit.
Unless she got deep six by fucking Baron Corbin.
Well, she wants to be the man. She better start acting like it. Alexa and Nikki then attack Becky. Natalya comes out acting like she's going to help Becky, but then she puts a sharpshooter on Becky. Interesting. I don't know what they're going to do with this match. I really don't care. Natalya, I know people are like, why Natalya? Why, she's from Toronto. That's part of the reason.
She's part of the Hart family. That's another reason.
But if you think about it, it's just one of those things that it's... Who else do they have? Honestly, who else is out there to take on Becky Lynch?
The only one is Carmella.
She's on SmackDown.
Yeah, actually, Naomi. She's on Raw. And she's a former SmackDown champion.
I understand that. But what has Naomi done? That's the other thing you got to think about. Not that I'm disagreeing with you, but what has Naomi done to deserve a title shot? Not a fucking thing. What? Just because she's married to fucking Jimmy Uso, who fucking...
Anything that's gonna hurt her career at this point.
But whatever. Maria then is standing backstage, and she looks at Braun Strowman, and I don't even fucking know.
She was giving an interview with that fucking dead-eyed...
And then Braun Strowman shows up, and I just didn't even care. What did you guys think about this? I don't even know what happened. In fact, what did you think about the Becky fucking segment? Becky wins 2 matches in one night. That's like the 5th time in a row she's done that, where she wins 2 matches in one night. They're over fucking booking Becky Lynch.
They're looking desperate to make her the best champion ever.
She's not even fucking close.
I know she's not.
She's not even a legit champion.
I know.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying. Like, they keep talking her up like she actually beat Ronda Rousey. Well, WWE, you're still forgetting one small little detail. Ronda Rousey's shoulder was not down on the first count. Because you have a referee that's a fucking idiot. But anyway, go ahead. Bobbit, Trek.
Go, Bobbit.
First of all, can we please get the fucking belt off of Becky? Is that too much to ask for? I'm tired. I'm tired of this whole man shtick she's got going on. It's not working. It's killing her character, and it's killing Seth Rollins in the process.
Well, they're trying to separate Becky and Seth, but it's not fucking working.
Yeah, it's working about as well as trekking a pizza.
Cause social media, they just where is Becky when Seth was getting beat up? I hope the fucking Becky Lynch fans. Oh my god. Oh
it's not even just that. They keep mentioning it on fucking commentary. Seth's girlfriend.
Yeah,
you want to separate these two out of the storyline? Stop fucking mentioning it.
Agreed. And let's point out where they were. They were in Little Rock, Arkansas. The casual capital of the fucking world. It used to be a hotbed for wrestling. Now wrestling fans, they're in Little Rock. Just, I was saying it all fucking night. The crowd sitting on their fucking hands for what?
Everything.
Especially when they had a good segment or a good match. When they had the gauntlet match, people were sitting on their fucking hands for fucking. When Rey Mysterio lost, the crowd went dead. Absolutely fucking dead. Why? Because Rey Mysterio, they know who Rey Mysterio is. They don't know who fucking
Cesaro.
Well, they know who Cesaro is. They don't know who Sami Zayn is. I mean, they do, but they don't really know him. They don't give a fuck about Andrade or Ricochet. Prime example. Remember when they debuted Ricochet and fucking Aleister Black in Louisiana, in Lafayette? What was the crowd doing?
Nothing.
Sitting on their hands.
I get it. I say it. I said I don't give a fuck about what the crowd thinks. But when you have, and this is where the crowd does come in, and I get it. I do get it. When you just have, you're trying to build them to something, and the crowd doesn't get into it.
Because they don't know who the fuck is there watching.
That's why the WWE's failing, is because they're trying to push something, and people don't want it because it's not Seth Roman or fucking Rey Mysterio. Or Kofi Kingston. Which, we'll talk about that when we get to fucking SmackDown. Then we get Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. Or Seth Rollins is going to get payback for Shawn Michaels for getting super kicked last week. Brock Lesnar interferes in the match and resumes beating the ever-loving shit out of Seth. And I loved this. This I loved. F5'd him like fucking 5 times. Onto a chair.
Onto the stairs, too.
Onto the stairs. I mean, he beat the shit out of Seth Rollins. Then they go to a commercial. Come back. Backstage segment. And then they had like a little, Roman Reigns and the Usos were getting beat up by the fucking OC or whatever the fuck it was. It was stupid. Made no sense. And then it was all just, okay, so we're gonna focus on the ambulance because Seth is going, and I knew, and everybody thinks, oh my God. And there is petitions out. I don't know if you've seen this. I know you guys have. To get Brock Lesnar fired for hurting Seth Rollins.
Wow.
Well, I guess kayfabe really is alive for some people.
Either that or they don't
brain dead.
They're brain dead.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Jesus Christ. Let me say this right now. Because he F5'd, again, he F5'd Seth Rollins onto that stretcher, and he landed on his hip. He may be hurt, but oh my God, he was bleeding out of his mouth. He might have had internal injuries. You know what? How much you want to bet he had one of those packs in his mouth and he popped it?
Yeah.
And that's what that is. He juiced. Come on, people. Think. Seth knew what was going to happen there. I don't care what anybody fucking says. It looked real good.
That's what it's
supposed to look real. But for people to sit there and then fucking go on Twitter and go to change.org and put petitions out to have Brock Lesnar fired, do you think WWE is going to fucking give two fucking shits what fucking 100 people say as far as Brock Lesnar getting fired from WWE?
There's quite a few zeros missing from that.
I'm sure Seth Rollins was hurt. Let me F5 you on a chair. Let me F5 you onto a fucking stretcher. Or the side of a stretcher. I get it. But my God, people. Are you fucking kidding me? To have a guy get fired for doing what he was told to do?
As per story? Come on.
Makes absolutely... And if WWE thought that Brock Lesnar was going a little too far, they would have brought out how they usually do per storyline. They usually bring out the fucking producer. You know what I'm talking about? Like they have Fit Finlay come out and fucking break up the fight or whatever. And the referees come out there. I mean, come on, people. And another thing with the fucking referees, let's talk about them fuckers. They stand there and say, stop doing that. And then the fucking guy who's beating the hell out of somebody walks over and they get the fuck out of the way. What the fuck is that?
Or they'll just stand there and go, don't do it, no.
Yeah, I know. The way they used to do it, and I think it's because they can't put their hands on the refs anymore.
That's been the rule for a while.
But they used to not give a shit. Like Stone Cold would fucking stun a referee to get to fucking where he was trying to get to. He didn't give a fuck. You have a 275-pound man and a 180-pound guy telling him, don't do that. I'd fucking suplex that motherfucker out of the way. Give me a fucking break. I'll take the $10,000 fine. I don't care.
I'm sure Vince might need to make it that everybody would even lose their shit even more.
It might actually make the show better.
Yeah.
I didn't mind. I thought it was. I shouldn't say it was funny. It was good. It was needed to happen. Last half hour of the show was okay.
It was what was needed to pick up the show, and it should have happened at the start of the second hour.
Yep. And then they had the Samoan Summit, and it turned into an all-out brawl again. That's the show ended. So, and that ended with Roman Reigns and all them guys fighting or whatever, and didn't Samoa Joe say
he wasn't there to talk? He was there for a fight.
He was here for a fight, and I don't even know who he was talking to directly.
Roman.
Oh, he was talking to Roman. Yeah. We'll get into that as we go into SmackDown. Do you guys have any final thoughts on Raw?
I would have said it was impressive when Cedric jumped off the Titantron if it wasn't like 5 feet off the fucking ground.
Okay, yeah, I do want to talk about that. Didn't that look familiar? Didn't that look like something Jeff Hardy would have done about 10 years ago?
And about 30 feet too short.
And about 30 feet higher. These high spots like that, I don't mind because they're landing on people. They're there to catch them. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's non-impactful for me. That shit was non-impactful. It wasn't even a holy shit. Every time something like that happens, I go, that's been done. Why are you going holy shit? You act like you've never fucking seen it before.
Because live audiences now are about 85% casual, so they haven't seen it before.
Right. Well, whatever. It's stupid. A bunch of fucking idiots. Bobbit, Trek, any final thoughts?
Shit, when I was a kid, I could jump off the jungle gym, and it was higher than that. Damn it! And like, not only that, but Cedric like whoa, waving his arms around. It's like, what the hell, dude? It's like, come on, man. And I understand he was doing what he was told to do, but like you said, it looked better when Jeff did it 10 years ago to Randy Orton and stuff. It's like,
What was more
they're trying to
impactful
cross,
when
like,
Jeff Hardy did it? But then again, now you're seeing the fucking effects of that stupid shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Jeff Hardy,
Drunk again?
well, he's hurt.
Careful, baby girl. Careful.
Bobbit, any final thoughts on Raw?
we just
You're Bobbit now, huh?
go ahead, Bob.
Just shit show. I'm ready for SummerSlam.
Trev?
When Maria has that OBGYN thing, just shove that belt where the sun don't shine so we don't have to see it anymore.
They revolved this whole show around the fucking 24/7 belt, which makes no fucking sense. I don't give a shit about that fucking belt. And I don't care who gets mad at me for saying that. Fuck that thing. I don't ever want to fucking see it on TV again.
You will.
It almost made me turn off fucking TV. Well, that being said, let's talk about a little bit of news. Then the next day, I looked in I was reading some stuff, and apparently they're doing away with the wild card rule. How in the fuck is a 24/7 fucking belt? How in the fuck is that going to work if you don't have the wild card rule? Makes no fucking sense. Get rid of the fucking belt. That's another reason. Don't sit there and say, well, they could do this. No, just get rid of it.
Just get rid of the belts and just get rid of the brand split already.
Can't, because that's not the way they want it.
I know.
SmackDown or Fox wants their own superstars. They want their own brand, which is fine. Build it as such. Speaking of SmackDown, it was in Memphis, Tennessee this week. It's a wrestling hotbed. So we knew we were going to get Trish Stratus. You knew it was going to happen there. We'll get into that. We can turn on the light. Trish Stratus with the
King's Court.
King's Court. She was on the King's Court with Jerry the King Lawler. They're in Memphis. But Shane opened the show with a promo against KO. Essentially, he's saying he wasn't going to be on the show, but in reality, he was. He opened the fucking show. So for people to say that he wasn't on the show, you're an idiot, because he opened the show. Have to put a McMahon on TV. That's how they're going to do it. I don't know exactly what he said, because I just caught he's not going to be at the show. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. Moving on. Kevin Owens then comes out and cuts a promo in return to what Shane said. Then Drew McIntyre comes out to answer for Shane and informs KO they are fighting tonight and proceeds to beat him up. And the match is to happen after the commercial break. Essentially, they come back from commercial. Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre then commence fighting. The match was pretty good. I enjoyed the match. It was okay. It was the best match of the night. It was worthy of a main event, but I don't mind it because the way they used to do Raws and SmackDowns is they kicked off the show with a big match. I've always seen them do that. Kevin Owens ends up winning with a stunner. And I think that then they moved on, did they not?
Yeah.
What did you guys think? What did you guys think of this?
I thought it was a pretty good match.
Okay. Trey?
It was good. It was good.
Okay.
I didn't mind it. I like that it spilled outside and you give him the hanger on the house table. That was cool.
Right.
Bless you.
Thank you. So then we get Dolph Ziggler backstage interview. I don't care. Dolph Ziggler and The Miz are going to have a match at SummerSlam. That's what it led to. Whatever. The one thing that annoys the shit out of me is people are upset at Dolph Ziggler for super kicking Shawn. But did Shawn not hit Dolph Ziggler first?
Well, he hit him first
Did
because
did
the
Dolph?
Shawn,
No, but
and
answer. Don't. You're being a politician here, Trek. Did Shawn Michaels not punch Dolph Ziggler first?
he did.
Then I don't want to hear fucking people bitching, oh, you shouldn't have done that to Shawn Michaels. Well, then Shawn Michaels shouldn't have laid a fucking hand on fucking Dolph Ziggler then. I'm just saying. I mean, it's hypocritical and fucking ignorant to say, well, you shouldn't have did that to Shawn. Well, Shawn shouldn't have hit him. Shawn should not have hit him. Enough said. That's all I'm going to say about that. Right, Wendy?
Mm-hmm.
So, the next segment comes out. We got Bayley versus Ember Moon, or Bayley and Ember Moon backstage. They're tagging against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Bayley warns Ember to not cause any problems. Oh, Bayley's a big tough guy now. Jesus fucking Christ. Whatever. That's just a promo. Then they move on to the next thing. Aleister Black, another promo, backstage promo. Aleister Black looking for somebody else to pick a fight with him. Okay, all right, whatever. That's his whole promo. I get it. Then we get the Ember Moon and Bayley versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki. This makes no sense to me. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross win, making both Bayley and Ember Moon look weak as fuck. And you can't tell me that they didn't. Alexa Bliss buried both of them. This is why I don't give a shit about fucking Bayley, and I really don't. I like Ember Moon, but I don't care about Ember Moon. I do not care. I do not care to see this match. This match should be on the kickoff show. Anybody that thinks the women's evolution is going anywhere is silly. That's a sad thing to say because they had momentum. It all died with fucking Becky Lynch. Thoughts?
Well, okay. Well, before I forget my thoughts with that, we were supposed to get Mandy and the Iconics Tuesday, but you know they said the Iconics said they have puppy flu, whatever the fuck that is, and
No, it's an extension of that pig bird flu thing that was going around. You didn't hear about that? That she had a couple weeks ago.
Apparently it's really contagious. Anyway, back to the match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you that Alexa fucking buried both of them. I don't care about that match now. It's whatever now.
Right. Trek?
Yeah, it was. I like the promo. I like that they're doing the slow burn. I mean, like his matches against Cesaro were very good. Aleister Blacks. I like seeing those guys. I could watch those guys go out, wrestle at SummerSlam if they wanted to. I mean, they did a good job at Extreme Rules, and the match was kind of short. The next week on Smallville, or I have a brain fart today. SmackDown. Excuse me. But it was kind of short. I mean, like I could watch them wrestle all day. For what I heard about the next feud, that'll be very interesting.
What are you talking about?
Who Black is supposedly going to wrestle at SummerSlam.
I don't give a shit. I'll get into that. Because I've got an idea of who Black is wrestling. And it's not who you think. I wasn't even going to talk about that. I'm talking about Ember Moon, Bayley, fucking Alexa Bliss, and Nikki. Why are you jumping ahead?
Because you're talking about the promo that Aleister Black cut.
Oh, well, okay. I was past that. I was talking about Ember Moon and Bayley, if you were listening.
No, I know, and I was going to get to that next. I like the little thing Bayley did after the match. I know it made them look weak, which I thought was stupid that Alexa and Nikki won, and made them look like crap. But then I like that Bayley kind of got Ember back for attacking her last week. She gave her the Bailey to belly.
Right. Yeah, she did give her the Bailey to belly, but essentially both of them are very. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about that fucking match. I don't care. And that's sad for me to say because I really like Ember Moon. Ember Moon took the pin, by the way, from Alexa Bliss on a god-awful fucking whatever that fucking move she calls.
Twisted Bliss.
The Twisted Bliss. Now, I've said this before. Alexa Bliss can do it. She chooses not to. You can see the laziness in her work.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't care about her. Sami Zayn's backstage, and he cuts a promo. There's talent out here doing nothing but complaining, and he pointed out Aleister Black. Of course, Sami Zayn would point out the obvious thing. Moving on to the next thing. Daniel Bryan backstage. They ask him, he has that big announcement, what he's going to do with his career. Nothing, he walks away. It's so stupid. So stupid. Then we had the King's Court with Jerry the King Lawler. I called it. I'm right. You all are wrong. Alexa Bliss is not going to be fighting Trish Stratus. It's going to be Trish Stratus versus Charlotte. And the reason that they're doing this match is because Trish Stratus, and I hate to say this, deal with it, Toronto. All you Canadian fans that love wrestling and love your Canadian wrestlers, you know, and I know, if you're paying any attention ever, Trish Stratus is not winning this match. I am sorry, and I said this to Heather last night, and she agreed with me shockingly on a couple of things. I don't think that Trish Stratus holds a candle to Charlotte. Even when she was good, I still don't think. If you were to put Charlotte up against Trish if you were to put Trish in her prime up against Charlotte, I still think Charlotte is better. I even think Charlotte is better than Lita in her prime.
I know, JP. They like swerving.
They are not gonna swerve. This is all about Charlotte getting the torch from Trish. You know how WWE likes handing the torch over. And if they don't do it, then what the fuck are they doing?
With Charlotte.
Exactly. I got your swerve and it's coming. Trek?
It was a good segment. I liked hearing the Trish just really let her have it. She called her a bitch. I thought that was cool. But then it's like we said this the other night that it was going to be Trish versus Charlotte, and everybody jumped out there. No, it's not. They're not going to do it. They want to push Alexa. It's like they're done pushing Alexa. I'm sorry.
No, they're not. If they were Trek, if they were done pushing Alexa, they wouldn't have had her beat fucking Ember Moon. I'm just saying. Think about it. If they were done pushing Alexa, they wouldn't have had her essentially knock out fucking Bailey and then pin Ember Moon. They're still pushing the women. They're still pushing Alexa.
It's just she's going to be a focus on Raw, whereas
Yes.
Charlotte's going to be a focus for SmackDown.
Yes. What do you guys think? If you were to rate Charlotte up against Trish in Trish's prime, do you think she holds a single candle to Charlotte?
What about it?
Be 100% honest with you, Charlotte is leagues above Trish. Hell, Charlotte is the best women's wrestler that the WWE's ever had.
I don't know about that. I think Asuka if booked right, if they would have booked her right, is better. But Charlotte is in the future will be better than Asuka.
It's going to be the near future because she is leaps and bounds.
She is. She's only been wrestling for 5 years, and she is that good. It's in her blood. Trap?
Charlotte's better than I mean, she's better than Trish. She's better than Alexa. She's better than everyone. She blows everyone else out of the water. I mean, she's gonna win. That Trish is there to put her over. I mean, they're gonna have a really good match, and they're gonna. It wouldn't surprise me if it's one of the best matches of the night. But in the end, she's gonna tap out to the figure 8.
I don't even think it's going to be that long of a match. I really don't. Trish looks old. She does not look young anymore. You can see it. Her neck down, she doesn't, but her up, she's not young. She's not young. She might stay in shape, but I don't see the match lasting that long. Because it'll expose Trish for what she. I hate to say that because I think she's good. She was good for her time. So was Lita. In fact, I think Lita was better than Trish.
Yes. But Lita also had.
But them two worked so well together, and they meshed. They both looked good no matter what. And Trish was probably the second best wrestler in the company at that time. Or you could even argue third. Molly Holly was really fucking good. So was Ivory. Ivory was really fucking good.
I was just going to say Ivory.
But again, Jacqueline was good. Charlotte is better than all of them. I hate to say that. She's the best. She's better than Becky. I don't care what anybody fucking says. She's better than Ember Moon. I don't know if she's better than Io Shirai.
I don't think so.
I don't think she's better than Io Shirai, but Io Shirai is only 27, 28. So she's young. Kairi Sane is 31. So, but that's neither here nor there.
And not to mention, they're the Japanese wrestlers. They've had a lot more experience.
Yes, that's true. But, so at SummerSlam, it's going to be Trish versus Charlotte at SummerSlam in a just singles match. So yeah. Then we have the club backstage. AJ cuts a promo against Kofi. I didn't hear it. I don't care.
It was simply AJ saying that he's going to remind Kofi as to why he's the face that built the place.
Or the house that AJ Styles built? Okay, yeah, well. And then we get the Firefly Funhouse segment. I don't care. I really don't.
It was a waste of time anyway, so it's just Ramblin' Rabbit sitting there saying that Finn doesn't know what he's in for. That's it.
What do you guys think?
Good Lord, all it looked like Ramblin' Rabbit was doing was shitting himself, and then Bray comes on there and starts smiling, acting like an idiot, goes run. I'm like,
no, he didn't say run. He said let me in.
Oh, I thought he said run, because on my TV it looked like it said run. Maybe they cut it out a little bit, or maybe it blipped or said that, because my feed was kept blipping. Yeah, it was just, and then it went to the shots of the feed of the Fiend. Thank you. And I mean, the mask is cool, but it's like get him in the ring, see what he can do. If he's gonna eat the pin, then it's worthless. And I think he's gonna beat Balor, and Balor's gonna go away for a little bit, and then we're getting Demon versus Fiend later on, and then
that's not gonna happen for That's not gonna happen for a while.
No, I mean later on. Yeah, I was gonna say Survivor Series, but probably not till Royal Rumble if they want to build it up.
No, I wouldn't do it until WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then But yeah, and then people were complaining that the Owens versus McIntyre match went long and that they had to cut some stuff out. Well, why didn't you cut out the Super Firefly Funhouse? You would have had
What
about
did
5
they
minutes
cut
of
out?
really good-
What did they cut out?
They had to reportedly cut out the women's tag match. That's why they had to cut it out, because McIntyre versus Owens went over.
I would rather have Owens and fucking McIntyre go over than have that shit on the fucking TV. I don't want to see the fucking Iconics. I want to see as little of the Iconics as possible.
No, I mean that they could have given more time to that and cut out the Firefly Funhouse. It's like, gee, that was worthless.
No. I think they should have just not had the women's tag team match.
No,
They did.
No,
They
he's saying give more time to Drew and
Drew and Owens.
Get rid of
Oh.
both the women's tag match and Firefly.
No, I don't want. I'm glad they didn't do the women's tag team match.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
You're not listening.
Yes, I am listening. Yes, I am. But whatever.
Could have killed two birds with one stone.
So WWE then talking about Seth's injury, how Seth Rollins didn't want any more information released about his injuries, which they're playing the angle that it's more severe than what they thought. It's an angle, everybody. It's a work. It's just to
He'll
get
be there
them.
at SummerSlam.
He's going to. He might show up in bandages. He's going to get destroyed, which he should. And the question is, and I put a question mark. Will it happen? It will, but that's the story. WWE. Will that match happen? That's going to be the story behind the match. Finn Balor versus Dolph Ziggler. Stupid. Bray Wyatt shows up, distracts Finn Balor, and Dolph hits Sweet Chin Music. Dolph wins. Whatever. Shinsuke versus Ali. Did you guys have any thoughts on that?
No.
Track?
No.
Wise.
It was unnecessary. It was just like he wins and like, yeah.
Verity.
Why did they have to set it up? We knew it was coming anyway.
Shinsuke versus Ali. So Ali rolls up Shinsuke for a win. Doesn't beat him up or anything. I don't even know how long the match lasted.
Couldn't have been very long.
I just hope that they don't put the title on Ali. I'm sorry. The guy is 180 pounds. There's no way he could hurt Shinsuke. No, I mean, come on. I just don't. It's not believable to me. What do you guys think?
So basically, if you didn't watch the special, the Smackville, then you missed this match, and they're just doing it over.
Right.
So it was the same match. I mean, I understood why they did it there because Finn Balor was sick. Because there were reports he had the flu or he had a staph infection like that. We didn't know what he had, but they had to delay him being in there. So then they gave us Ali versus Shinsuke. So then if you missed it, they just did it again.
Right. Bobbit?
Oh, see, at first I thought it was a title match because, but then I realized, oh, okay, it's not an Intercontinental title match. Thank God.
Right.
Dude, there is no fucking way Ali should win that belt from Shinsuke.
I
There's
agree.
no way.
I agree. Then the next segment is a video package about Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston. Or what? It's about Randy Orton, or was it about Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston?
It was more about Randy Orton and his lineage
Okay.
that involved Kofi Kingston.
Okay. So Kayla and Kofi are in Gorilla for the promo against AJ Styles. And Kofi Kingston says, this may have been the fucking house that AJ Styles built, but I don't even know what the fuck he said, because I don't even listen to the
This is
New
the
Day.
Palace of Positivity.
Oh, the Palace of Positivity. That's just, I don't care. Kofi Kingston is a fucking joke to me. I'm sorry. They still have their champion, throwing pancakes out to the crowd.
Well, there's reports out there saying that Seth and Kofi are two of the worst drawing champions that WWE has had in a very long time.
It's because they're a
Yeah.
fucking joke. They're a joke. So Kofi Kingston and AJ Styles have a match. A lot of, not really interference, but a lot of distractions that didn't work for AJ Styles because he got caught every time, and it cost him the match. Kofi Kingston ends up winning with Trouble in Paradise. And then they go to the backstage, and Roman Reigns, or Caleb Braxton's back at the fucking staging area for the promo area. And Roman Reigns and she's like, we're gonna get Roman Reigns and who he's gonna face off against at SummerSlam. And the next thing you know, and this is everybody's talking about this today. And I'm gonna tell you who I think it is. It's It's one of two people. It's not. Well, it's one of three people. It's not Buddy Murphy.
Well,
And I'm going to explain why. It better not be Buddy Murphy. So just hear me out. So Roman Reigns starts walking. Caleb Braxton says, stop. No, Roman, look out, look out. And all of a sudden, the scaffolding falls on top of him and a bunch of speakers fall on top of him. And everybody's like, oh my God, Roman Reigns is fucking dead. I was hoping. I'm just kidding. So he's like, he's fine. It didn't hurt him or anything. It fell perfectly to where it didn't even touch him. Or he landed to where it didn't even touch him. People said they seen Buddy Murphy walking away.
I think it's just a coincidence.
I think it's a coincidence. Now, and I'm going to explain to you why. You remember when Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa and Aleister Black were having their shindig? Their spiel? When Aleister Black was beat up outside?
When he had an injury?
Who can honestly sit here and tell me that they thought it was Johnny Gargano?
Not me.
This is your swerve. It's not going to be who you think it is. I don't think it's going to be Samoa Joe either. I don't think it's going to be Sami Zayn. I know it's not Buddy Murphy, and I will tell you why. Buddy Murphy has not been shown on TV yet, right? Yes?
Not to my recollection.
Why? Why? Yeah, he hasn't even had a match. He hasn't had a match. Why would he? Why would WWE put him in a match with Roman Reigns when they know that it will piss people off if he loses his first match? Yeah. Why are you going to feed Buddy Murphy to Roman Reigns? That's not building fucking Buddy Murphy. That's essentially burying Buddy Murphy when you do that. Makes no sense. None. And no, it's not. That might be the swerve. No, the swerve is, if you were paying attention, Sami Zayn said Aleister Black is sitting backstage doing nothing. I think it's more likely to be Aleister Black, who then could go over Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. And then he gets thrust into the main event picture. See, nobody thinks about that. Because remember, Johnny Gargano, you never suspected Johnny Gargano did what he did to Aleister Black. You suspected the obvious, the usual suspects. Undisputed Era, Tommaso Ciampa, even the Heavy Machinery, they thought Heavy Machinery did it. The War Raiders, people thought the War Raiders did it. Cassius Ohno, people thought Cassius Ohno did it for like 2 weeks. People thought Hideo Itami. I think I didn't know Hideo Itami. Who was there?
EC3.
EC3. Everybody thought EC3 was doing it. I don't think it's Buddy Murphy. It doesn't make sense to put Buddy Murphy in that situation at all.
Not only that, look at all the reports. They all sat there and said he did an interview backstage during commercial. So it makes sense that he's in that area to begin with.
Correct. But I heard he came out and cut a promo, too. But that doesn't mean that he did it. They're teasing. I bet you they're teasing that he did it.
Oh, yeah. They teased that Gargano was part of it too, with that whole package they did during that Aleister Black thing.
No, well they teased that Cassius Ohno did it over and over and over again, and it just turned out that he didn't do it. It was Johnny Gargano. It's going to be somebody you're not suspecting who it's going to be. Yes, you don't suspect that Buddy Murphy would be that guy, but that's just why would you feed him to the wolves? Essentially, that makes no sense to me. You ruin the guy's career before you even give him a chance. And I know, Bobbit, you went, well.
I just went with that picture that I saw on Twitter.
See, and you can't. They did that on purpose.
They're playing the storyline.
They're playing the storyline. I like what they're doing. They're trying to, hey, it could be this guy. It's getting people talking, but I don't see it being Buddy Murphy. It makes no sense to bury him before he even has one match on the main roster. And just to throw him on the pay-per-view itself, that don't make any sense. Without building the guy, not at the SummerSlam. Not at the SummerSlam. Aleister Black, I can believe.
That only worked when he was the Cruiserweight champion.
That could be fucking Drew McIntyre, too. Who knows? Could be Seth Rollins. I even heard fucking John Moxley.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Fucking stupid people.
He's currently balls deep in AEW.
Well, he's balls deep in New Japan right now, and don't even get me fucking started on that shit. I am disappointed in New Japan for putting him anywhere near fucking Okada. It's a fucking travesty. So yeah. That's essentially it for SmackDown. SmackDown was a better show. It flowed better. I'm still not into what they're doing. They're rehashing old storylines. Now you're getting that whodunit detective bullshit.
Well, between that, it's the fucking Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy versus each other whole thing again. If it turns out to be Samoa Joe, because with that it's the Samoan family now. It's the Hardy family.
Maybe it's the Usos. I don't fucking know.
It could be.
It was Rikishi. He did it for The Rock.
I just thought of something. Would it be freaking hilarious if next week Dozovich comes out in a detective's outfit to figure out who done it?
Yeah.
I don't want those. I love Dozovich in his comedy routines, but I want him to stay in those comedy routines.
Yeah.
I don't want them smartening him up in any way.
Well, it's not smartening him up, but I don't want him involved in that shit at all. So yeah.
As funny as that would be, Bobbit, I kind of don't want to see it.
I agree. It would be funny, but I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I don't want to rain on your parade. I'm not going to shit on anything. Now, if they do Buddy Murphy, they better fucking put Buddy Murphy over Roman Reigns. I'm sorry. That's the only way it'll fucking work. Because you can't put fucking Buddy Murphy in there and then fucking feed him to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns will steamroll him. Because he hasn't done anything on the fucking main roster. What has he done? Nothing. I mean, he did make that promo, I'm going to make an impact. Watch. Okay, well, we're still waiting. And for him to fucking go after the biggest fish in the sea,
It's definitely one way to try to do it, but
you're essentially burying yourself when you're doing that.
Yeah, it should be playing that fails.
Because you can't have Roman Reigns losing to a guy that has never wrestled on the main roster. That in itself makes no sense. That being said, anybody got anything at all?
I kind of like the Buddy Murphy thing, but after you explained it, it makes a lot of sense why they wouldn't do it. Like you said, he hasn't done shit, and it's a week and a half away until SummerSlam. to just bury the guy. It just it makes no sense. If they wanted to do this, they could have built it up for a while and then had him like destroying random people on TV and stuff, and that would have made him look stronger. But now he just gotta go get his ass kicked by Roman, because Roman's not losing.
Well, I'm not saying that Roman's not losing, but he can't lose to somebody like that, because then what do you do with Roman Reigns? You make Roman Reigns look weak doing that.
No, that's what I mean. He's not gonna lose to Murphy right out the gate. I mean, like, if they want to build it up to later on later on months down the line and have a slow tease and stuff, like little teases, that's fine. But you have to also, like you said, build up Buddy Murphy, have him destroying people on TV, make him look strong.
Well, not destroying people. Well, not so much destroying people, but he beats people, and as he gradually beats, like your Samoa Joes, and he beats, former champions. He beats Finn Balor. He does this. He does that. That makes sense. Then it'll make sense. You can't just throw somebody to the wolves and he's gonna beat Roman. That makes no sense. That makes no sense.
I agree. That's just if that's gonna happen, he's gonna get buried fast. I mean, it's just he's never gonna recover from that. You might as well just release him after that.
It's not that he won't recover from it, but it just don't make sense to fucking. I'll give WWE credit where credit is due. They don't have, like, in their first pay-per-view, they don't have somebody, especially, like, I think Samoa Joe won his first pay-per-view, right? Yeah. So they aren't going to have somebody that is debuting on the main roster in the ring to lose their first feud. Right. They're usually, unless they're going to job him out, and I don't see them jobbing Buddy Murphy out because that makes no sense. Because he's way better.
I do like the idea that it's Aleister Black. I like that idea.
It's just that idea. I mean, it could be Daniel Bryan. It could be Drew McIntyre.
I heard someone at work was saying, "Well, if it's Bray Wyatt," I'm like, "I don't think so."
No, because he's already in a feud. He's already in a feud. It could be Luke Harper.
It could be. Yeah.
It could be Rowan. Eric Rowan. It could be. I wouldn't put out the possibility that it's somebody from NXT. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see.
Anybody from NXT.
Me neither. I agree. Me neither. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
The only likely one would be Matt Riddle, and he sit there
and he would not. He's not a heel. He wouldn't do that.
No, he'd come back to his face like, bro.
Well, he cut a promo tonight on NXT. I would never attack anybody from behind. I'd do it to their face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, that's pretty much all we have. I know I'm gonna try to have Heather upload this tonight, so that we can debut it, because Friday we will not have This Week in Wrestling because I will be out of town. So that being said, y'all have a great night, and I hope you have a great weekend. Next week, we will be live for SummerSlam, but we will do review, and we'll do This Week in Wrestling, where we'll do our picks for SummerSlam. And any news that is out there. There really isn't much news. A little bit on 2K20's debuting on August 5th, but I don't care about that. To me, that's not wrestling news. So that being said, y'all have a great night, and we will talk to you next week. Have a good night.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people.